You know it's all about dog life. So a little tired, but look at this scenery. Do a little scan, Josh. There we go. All right, he's doing it. I thought you were gonna do 360. Here we
I'll
go.
do a little 360.
So we are actually, it's 2022. A little tired. Been up since 3:30. We're doing spring turkey. It is Friday, April 15th, 2022. First day of spring turkey. No luck so far. Fingers crossed. Staying optimistic. I want to do an introduction to this video. The video you're going to watch is all about frustrations, and you don't watch hunting shows and they walk around being upset and frustrated, but it's all a part of hunting. 90% of hunting is trial and error, going back to the drawing board, having failures and learning from them, and trying. Even the best laid plans get shot, so you need plan A goes to plan B to C to D. It keeps going. So enjoy this video. It's all about frustrations and failures, which might seem like, why the heck do I want to watch it? But it's all part of hunting. When you go through those yourself, check this out. Might make you feel just a little bit better. And anyways, enjoy. Peace out. So I call the ranger station that serves this district. I call the DNR office that serves this district. No one could tell me if there's a gate block in the area. But guess what? You pieces of shit have to drive an hour to determine that there's no goddamn entry up into this area. You know what? That's complete bullshit. So I'm about 20 miles from where I was gonna go hunting. You. So I'm pissing off to drive around to the other side. That was my backup plan. But I'm gonna stop into the ranger station and bitch them out. They should know what's on their district. Pieces of shit. Alright, so if you see that, I'm going to go to the right now. There's some WDNR, that's Washington DNR, hiking. I don't know how far that is hiking, but it's 7 miles up this road. I'm going to give it a shot. Alright, ladies and gents, here we are. You know it's all about that dog life. So you see in the back, in the window, I got my Kory's condom's never been stretched that far ever. So I got the condom on the barrel so it doesn't get wet inside there. I have my new hat, perfect. It drips the water off. Okay, what else do I got? I got my new orange, in case I need to hit a couple free throws, I can wipe off the sweat. And yeah, I got my backpack. See, I even have my camo flag. I kind of wanted it. You can't see that, can you? Dumbass. I got my camo bandana back there, just a little extra orange, because you're supposed to have, I think, 2/3, and I'm not quite 2/3. I feel safe with a big ass orange. And of course, I got Shoddy Too Hottie with its little condom on. So literally, you can just shoot shit with that on. It's not, I mean, I probably, if I have a chance, I'll take it off. But when I'm hunting birds, you have to, you know, you're not going to have a lot of time to take that off. Anyway, my holster is okay. It needs some adjustments. The gun is pointing downward, so that's good. So I have to get off of this. So I need to see where I'm going here. Okay, let's go to this one. Okay, so this whole hike along the lake, Spada Lake. Let's see if I can get out and show you the whole thing. I don't know if you can see the whole thing. So here I am, this hike I don't know, that's going to be probably 2 miles. I can't shoot anything towards the lake. It's got to be all the way, and I got to be off the trail. I cannot be on the trail. So anyway, yeah. So I have to go to the DNR land. Right there, that's where I'm headed, the DNR land. So here we go. Gorgeous. This is actually not too far from my house compared to normal mountain areas. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm quiet here because I can't shoot anything anyway. So we'll see how far it takes. So technically, if I'm reading it right, everything on this side towards the lake is PD land. Everything on this side is DNR land. However, I need to, when I called the ranger, which I'm not very, actually the guy in Darrington, awesome. He actually picks up his phone for a lot. Takes 2 days to get a call back. They're not even open. You can have kids go back to school, but they can't have a ranger station in the wilderness open. That makes sense. So there's a very good chance today that I'll be hiking with guns, which is not what I'd prefer to do. However, this is my first official hunting in Western Washington mountains. So that's kind of exciting. So literally, if I kick up forest grouse right now, I couldn't even shoot them. So it doesn't matter if I'm loud or not. But, oh, there goes a bird right there. Well, I could just shoot any bird I want. So, could I get away with shooting anything I want? Yes. Is that something that two dudes in a gun follow? No. Now, I did call the ranger. The Darrington guy is legit cool. And he had no idea. He had no idea if I'm hiking through recreational land, if I could just start shooting stuff. He says, as far as he knows, there's no rules against it. As long as I'm in a GMU during the season. Okay? Now, the sign back there says no hunting, or no shooting. It says no shooting on or near recreational area. So that would be the actual lake or campground. Or on the trail. So, this is all stuff that I have to learn. So does that mean here's a trail? Does that mean I step off? I'm off the trail, I can shoot? Because it said on or near recreational or on a hiking trail. So again, is there going to be a ranger out here giving me a ticket? That's probably 1 in 100,000 chance. Do I want to do something illegally just because I can get away with it? And the answer is no. So I would like to see how long it takes to get to a sign that says DNR land, because I'm 100% positive I am doing something legal at that point. So that's my goal. If I see a 500-pound bear on the non-lake side, that would be one of those emojis with the hand up to, with an eyebrow going, Okay, so Greer Lake. Now see, there's a restroom 0.7 miles. So now, does that mean I could go right up here and hunt? And the answer is yes. I could walk down this path. It is not a formal hiking trail, and it's on DNR land. So yes, I could walk down there and shoot anything I want. Do I want to hike a ways and have a nice little path to shoot from? The answer is yes. So that's what my game plan is here. And I don't even know if you kick up grouse in the pouring rain. I'd rather experience stuff for myself versus read a bunch of books. Because at the end of the day, I'm out in the wilderness doing a hike with guns, and I call that a win. A lot different hiking with a few guns instead of a walking stick, I'll tell you that. I do not want to get wet right off the bat. You little... Oh. Okay. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'll clear off the screen as much as I can. Like I've said numerous times, year one, I'm going to try and figure out how to hunt. Year two, I'll work on the video. Anyway, I can tell you that I'm warm, though. That's nice. What is disappointing is the roads that are on the map were not accessible by car to the DNR land. So hiking into the DNR land, you know, that takes most of the day. So here we go again. One more scouting trip. I swear to God, this whole year has been about scouting trips. And you have to go through that. Unless you have someone who's raised you and shown you their hunting grounds, you have to find your own hunting grounds. So, anywho, I kind of like my gun the way it is. It's right by my ribs, and I have it on my left side so I can reach over to my right hand if needed. It is buckled because it was falling out of the holster. The holster's cheap. The holster Kory gave me for my birthday is pretty kick-ass. So I don't know. What I've decided is, depending on each hunt, is what I use for each situation. You know, clothing. So I kind of have a set of outfits for each gun, for each occasion. That sounded so woman. Got an outfit for each occasion. Anyway, gorgeous area. Not that far out of Salton, which is by Monroe, which is by Everett. So this took me about an hour. And the nice thing about this hike is it's flat. But what I was saying before is I might look at doing an overnighter. Now you have to understand it's cold at night nowadays. But if you hike in, do a little hunting, stay overnight, hunt most of the day, and come back out, that'd be kind of cool. What I would like to do is go back to the drawing board and find an area. Oh, great, look at this. You basically have to walk across the... I would like to find an area that has... shit. No, I don't want to find an area that has shit. I want to find an area... Here's the hiking path. That has roads that go to the DNR land. You know, I'm not talking about nice paved roads. I'm talking about dirt. Mountain roads. Oh, jeez. Fuck. What a... oh, shit. So, we've had a lot of rain in the last month. So the hiking path has turned into... Looks like the hiking path is right there. The hiking path, the river has flooded, obviously. So I'm not that excited to get really wet this early on in the hike. So this is where my hiking experience comes into play. Jeez Louise. Another issue that you face is that if you end up going early in the morning, this is where you double check your safeties on. You don't need to fall and have your gun go off and blow your head off. Holy shit. Another issue that you come across with hiking is in the morning when you're in the mountains. If you've never hiked in the mountains, an issue that you face is the snow runoff. So you have a perfect clear path in the morning, and then it is like this in the afternoon and evening. So another good reason to have good hiking shoes that are waterproof. Okay. If I have to do a lot of that, now see, this is what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm a ways away. This is not the lake. Okay, this is not Spada Lake. Spada Lake is quite a ways over that direction. So I am going to officially start hunting. So I am not going to be talking as much anymore as soon as I get over this little hump. Because I am far enough away from the PUD land, and now all I have to do is get off of the trail to hunt. So that's my little intro. If I shoot something, or if I see something, I'll try and get the video on. That is very hard, by the way, to think about getting the animal in your sights and turning the video on and worrying about the angle of the camera and worrying about the animal in your sights. Just let you know. So, see ya in a bit. Muzzle loading season in the state of Washington is 2 days away, leaving tomorrow. Man, I just got done 4-hour drive, 2 hours down. I live in Everett to Puyallup, Washington, 2 hours back in that mother blanking traffic. Why? I lost my back sight of my muzzle loader. And what did I decide to do? At the gun range, I figured I don't need my back sight. I got my front sight, but about 8 shots hit the target twice. You know anything about muzzle loading? 8 shots, you have to clean it halfway through. I'll tell you what. My boy Kory had a good idea in theory, and his idea was, let's get muzzle loaders in the state of Washington. You can do muzzle loading or modern firearm, normal rifle. So his genius idea, and it's not a bad idea. Let's get a muzzle loader, and we can go 2 weeks early. I know my brother-in-law back in Wisconsin, he's like, we do muzzle loading at the end, which seems stupid, but whatever. It makes more sense to me to do muzzle loading early. It's a much harder. You have one shot if you're really good at the reload. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, think Revolutionary War. Boom, boom, boom. Don't shoot till you see the white of their eyes. That's now. They made some changes, but not many. So let me tell you my stress level. And going the day before I drive to my hunting grounds 6 hours away, I do a 4-hour drive to get a sight on my gun. Then today during my lunch, I had to look around for gun ranges on the way to my trip. to stop and sight it in the day before I'm hunting. Now, I can only look in the Zoom mirror and say it's my fault, which it is. I've had this muzzle loader for 6 months, I'm embarrassed to say, okay? I did start over a month ago, which I advise anybody doing this to start 3 months before you do something new like this. So, not to bore you with all the details, but we're talking about not having the right caps. Well, guess what? In the state of Washington, they passed a rule a while ago. You can't use shotgun caps, which are called 209s. Okay. I just happen to have one right here. And so Kory's idea, and ultimately it's my fault. I'm going to admit that right now, because you need to do your own research. I'm talking about anybody, including myself. You need to be educated yourself. You can't rely on anybody unless you're a kid and you have your dad or your parent helping you. Your dad. Anyway, so I get this gun, and it is called the Northwest Edition. Well, the reason why it's called the Northwest Edition is because some genius in the Northwest decided, you know what? We're not going to allow these shotgun caps. It's too modern. We're going to rely on the little, they're called 4-wing caps. Okay? You see that? 4-wing caps. Well, Kory's like, and he does the research, which I should have been doing the research. I admit that. He does the research, and he comes up with this piece of shit cap called shoots in caps. Piece of shit caps right there, everybody. Never buy these. Why do you never buy them? Because it takes 3 to 4 freaking triggers of the gun before it ignites. So let me give you the basics of a muzzle loader. You have a cap. This is your ignition that sparks it, kind of like a spark plug in a car. Then you have these, either you actually do old school, you don't light it off, but you either pour down actually gun powder in the barrel. Okay, I guess I could have had my gun here for you, but I'm going to be showing you my gun, and I'm going to practice. I'm going to clean with it. My muzzle loader is actually technically not a gun. Okay, it's a cannon, whatever. ATF, fuck you. Anyway, you have a cap, these pieces of shit caps, and that fires through this little, what's called breech plug. Again, hunting and fishing, I've learned more vocabulary in the past year than I wanted to. Let me take a quick time out and explain something. Even though I'm kind of pissed right now and fired up, I am so excited about this weekend. I truly feel everything that Kory and I have done. This is my personal opinion. I'll ask Kory, you'll see it on the video. Everything we've done has led up to this weekend. Okay? Why do I say that? Because we've learned everything, and now we're going to put it into practice, in my opinion. We've learned how to scout, how to stalk, how to wait in a blind, and all that good stuff. We were successful on that turkey hunt, which, by the way, I lost all the video of the turkey hunt. Okay. The good news is I finally bought an external hard drive, because the thumb drives and all the other stuff I was using was failing epically. And I'm not one of those old people that don't know what they're doing with technology. It just, don't get me started. Okay. So I'm planning to take tons of video at Turkey Jim's place, and I will explain all that here in a second. Okay. But I'm calling a timeout because of this. My experience with fishing this summer was awesome. I went to some beautiful places. I caught some little trout, and I caught some salmon. I did a crappy job with the video with the salmon. I apologize. But you know what? I'm going to relate that to baseball. Baseball is a fun sport to watch in the summer when nothing's going on. Fishing is a fun sport to do when nothing else is going on, and you have a lot of time to sit there and cast and not catch anything. But I've officially decided, after a summer of fishing, I am a hunter. Now I'm going to continue to fish. Okay. Probably not fly fish. That was a waste of time. And I bought a $500 fly rod, by the way. hunting is definitely who I am. I'm a hunter. It's so much more exciting, so much more, everything is just more exciting. So hunting is like football. You know what happens to baseball when football starts? Like, it's like baseball. What's baseball? Anyway, that's my personal opinion. So going back on track now, I was talking about a muzzle loader. So muzzle loader has a cap. You never get these piece of shit caps. And it fires through a little hole and it ignites the gunpowder. Now the gunpowder can be poured in through the barrel, loose gunpowder, that's a pain in the butt, or they come in these little plugs. So that's what I have, Kory has. And then you put the barrel in and you have to stuff and I will show this on video, okay? You stuff the bullet through down. It's, tight, so it doesn't fall out. And you stuff it down the barrel. And when you pull the trigger, it hits the cap that ignites the gunpowder that shoots the bullet. Pretty simple. I mean, guns are not very complicated pieces of equipment. They're just crazy efficient. Anyway, I was okay on the gunpowder and the bullets. Pretty self-explanatory. But these caps were not igniting the gunpowder. Okay. And I didn't know what I did. A bunch of research. I called the company. I talked to the head lady who does the customer service, not just the customers, but she knows everything about every gun. Okay. And I'm happy with my Traditions gun. I'm happy with the gun, but what I'm not happy with is my breech plug. And I'll show all this in the video. Is outfitted for a wing nut. Okay, 4-wing nut. Why? Because some genius person in the DNR says we are going to make the Northwest a rule that we're going to go old school and do the so they won't let you have the 209. But then they changed the rules. Okay, so next year I'm going to get a breech plug with a 209. The problem is I did not have everything sold out, as you can imagine. Okay. So that's why I spent 2 hours going down each way to get this back sight. So I've had a lot of issues. I'm looking right at this piece of paper. That's what I needed right there. RWS. It's actually 1080. It's actually 1081. I don't know why I put that there. And then I learned that you use white hot pellets. It's clean, it burns clean. Okay, so these muzzle loaders are a pain in the ass, and I think the pain in the ass is still worth it because we get to go hunt before all the nut jobs are in the woods with high power rifles, and we would probably not be able to go to this property we're going to during modern firearm because the guy hunts on his own property. Imagine that, modern firearms. Anyway, so that's me bitching. So I just got that. I have a lot to do today, but I had to make this video. I was bound and determined. I haven't made a pre-video, and this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I feel like I'm going to come this week, and I'm a hunter. All this other practice, all these other mess ups. I know this whole video series is kind of like to be funny anyway, but I'm doing this as a hobby to actually be successful, not just have a good time. So we're leaving tomorrow. I'm on the way. I'm going to go. I found a place along the way in the middle of Washington, which is very rural. Okay. And it's in Odessa. And I talked to the president of the Odessa gun range. And I'm like, do you accept public people to come? Do you accept the public to come to your gun range? No, sir. I'm sorry. I'm like, ah. And this was like the 4th time someone said no. Ellensburg, these are all cities up to where we're going. Ellensburg, Moses Lake, Ephrata, they're afraid. And then also in Odessa, I'm like, gosh darn it. He goes, well, you could buy a membership. I'm like, yeah, I want to buy a membership, for a year so I can go sight in my muzzle loader. He goes, I go, oh, I guess I have to do it. He goes, it's $35. I'm like, $35? That's basically what I pay to go shoot one day at a local gun range. I'm like, I get to be a member and I can go anytime I want, dusk to dawn, 7 days a week. And I get the code. I'm Mr. Cool. So I'm meeting a lady tomorrow. Super nice. I'll tell you what, one of my favorite things to do to go to the east side of Washington are the salt of the earth people that I get to deal with. These people, it reminds me of growing up in Wisconsin. And I'm not saying that the west side is mean people like New York has a reputation of, but it's just different. It's just these people are nice people. So I meet this lady at her house. So that would not happen on the west side, like give you your address. Okay. And I'm going to get the code and pay my $35, and the sign up sheet for me to go shoot by myself is like 3 lines long. I'm not complaining. I'm going to give her the sheet, give her the check, which reminds me, I need a check for Diane at the who's the secretary of the Odessa Gun Range Club, which I'm going to be official member. I got to get a t-shirt. I'm going to rep my Odessa. I think population 200 people, and I'm going to be the proud member of that gun club. So save my butt. And anyway, so super excited. We're going to leave on Friday, go shoot my muzzleloader because I finally got a back sight, and I think I'm going to hit a target now, hopefully, which means I could hit a deer, and head to the Colville area to meet good old Turkey Jim. I'm planning tomorrow morning, I'm going to get all the food. I'm planning on getting bear bait, which I did some research, one video. Which is bacon grease, dog food, and fish scraps. I'm going to put that in the woods. I'm going to try and bait this big ass, as Jim says, pot belly bear in the state of Washington. Unless it's in a game reserve, we have wild black bear. So I'm not overly concerned, but my dream, my goal as a hunter, right behind you, right there, would be a bear skin rug. There's no way I could put it in the house. Kathleen would never let me. So anyway, yeah, I'm super. This week has been crazy at work to prepare for this, but I grew up in Wisconsin, and they put Thanksgiving break is a whole week. Why is it a whole week in Wisconsin, in central Wisconsin? I'll tell you why it's a whole week for Thanksgiving break, because that's the same week gun deer season is. And guess what? Half of the school's gone anyway, so you might as well make it a vacation. That's how popular deer hunting is in Wisconsin. I never went. I had friends that did it, and now at age 50, I'm doing it. I made the plans. I found the property, and I'm pumped up. I'm a fucking hunter, and I'm excited, and I better damn well get a deer. We've done everything possible to get there. And now I actually have my gun that should be working. I'm going to go upstairs and screw in the little tiny ass screws and put my backside in. And this time I should be able to hit a target and then hit a deer. Now we're also going to, there's a reason why we call it Turkey Jim's. In the state of Washington, there's no better place than the Colville area for turkeys. So we're going to hopefully, if things are perfect, a bear, a turkey, and a deer. Now, what would I be happy with? A turkey. What would I be really happy with? A turkey and a bear. A turkey and a deer. Deer is my goal, I have to admit. The bear is a pipe dream. I'm not planning to bring a pipe. Kory likes the pipe. I do edibles. Anyway, wish me good luck. Tomorrow I'm going to be out of control excited. I'm getting over my frustration talking to you. This is awesome. This hunt. I'm out, bitches.